Hi, my name is Mike Catalano. I'm with Sunburst Properties, and we are a residential property management company located in Roseville, and we do property management in Roseville, Sacramento, and surrounding areas. And today what we're going to talk about is what do property management companies do? I mean, if you're looking to hire one, what do they do for landlords? So we'll go through some of the processes and the steps that they do. So first step, of course, most property management companies collect the rent. And what that entails is, having the tenant have the ability to bring a check in, pay rent online, set up auto pays through ACH, pay credit card online. Any way that would make it easier for a tenant to pay, a property manager should have the ability to collect the rent in any way possible to make it easier for the tenant. Along with that, of course, if a tenant doesn't pay rent, we also help through the process of eviction if needed, all the way up until you have an eviction attorney. Of course, we never want to get to that aspect, which brings me to the next step, is qualifying a tenant. And this is probably one of the most important things if you're a landlord, of finding a good quality tenant that you can work with and have longevity with and work well together. It makes an income property much easier to work with when you have a good qualified tenant. And by doing that, a property management company should check the positive credit history, positive work history, and positive rent history. So you check all those aspects. If they all come out really good, generally you'll find a really good qualified tenant. And along with that, on the legal aspect, we sign a very strong lease that would protect you as a landlord as well. So the lease, along with all the other legislation that goes on with a tenant in California, is something else that a property management company really should help you with. I mean, California is the most tenant-friendly state in the country, if not the world, if you want to look at it that way. If you want to be a tenant, California is the place to be because you are protected very strongly, and honestly, the government thinks most income property owners are quite wealthy and taking advantage of tenants. So having a property management company help you with the legal aspect is really important. So knowing, how long does it take to return a security deposit? Can you give a 30-day notice? Can you give a 60? Is it 90? What are these different types of laws that you have to abide by? What addendums do you need on your lease, especially for your certain area? So that is something a property management company would do, is make sure that you are protected for liability, and also make sure that you fall within all the lines of the legislation that go along with being a landlord in your area. And then as far as other items, maintaining the property, helping make sure there's not a lot of deferred maintenance. So you don't want to have a tenant for 5 or 7 years and come into the property and realize that nothing has ever been done. So a property management company should keep an eye on the maintenance and keep that up to date, so you don't have some big giant bill at the end of a tenancy and have a whole bunch of deferred maintenance that needs to be taken care of. And like I said, there are a lot of other things that a property management company does, but these are a few of the items that we do, as far as, collecting rent, qualifying tenants, staying within the law and helping you stay within the law, handling the maintenance, dispersing funds to owners and collecting from the tenant, as I stated earlier. Those are the main aspects that property management companies do. And you want to find somebody who is very well qualified to help handle your most prized asset, I'm sure. My name is Mike Catalano. I'm with Sunburst Properties, and if you have any questions, we'd be happy to answer them. Thank you for listening.